All right, let's go, as we do every night, to our Sky News travelling team, where it looks like today, I reckon the pressure was starting to really show on Anthony Albanese, getting testy there, indeed angry, I think, with a few of the journalists on the campaign trail. Joining me now is Jonathan Lee. He's with the Prime Minister in Perth, and Trudy McIntosh with the opposition leader in Parramatta in the suburbs of Sydney. Well, Trudy, I'll start with you. I tell you, it was a lively press conference this morning with the opposition leader. I think you had the best question of the day when you asked him why he's not campaigning at the same pace, the same tempo as the PM. Yes, he's had COVID, but so have you, and you're not having a mid-arvo nap. Is the pressure getting to him?
Well, we know election campaigns are a pressure cooker for whoever is trying to run for Prime Minister. The reason why I did ask about the naps and the campaign pace today is because I've heard this from sources on the ground in just the 2 days I've been here. Anthony Albanese is only doing morning jobs at the moment. He's then going away from the cameras in the afternoon. Now, some leaders use that time to get away from the media, go and do coffee catch-up or do preparation. But it had been told to me that he's also been having naps because he got out of COVID isolation just a week ago, and he is still dealing with the fatigue. It's a really stark contrast between the Morrison campaign approach and Anthony Albanese, that one is blitzing 3 or 4 seats every day, flying across the country, and that's not the case with Albanese. So that's why I put it to him when we saw that interaction. We're here in Parramatta, though. This is the first marginal seat we've laid our feet in during this 2 days on the ground in Sydney. The first time also he's been here since the start of this election campaign. If you think you're going to see Anthony Albanese change this pace in the next few days, don't expect that. Over the weekend, I've been told at the moment the plan is to stay actually in Sydney until Monday. There is a debate on Sunday night here. There'll be a lot of preparation on the Labor side. So if you think the pace is going to pick up, it may not actually be the case.
Yeah, so that stumps me, because they're either getting polling that says they're over the line now and he can basically put his feet up like Malcolm Turnbull did in 16, or they're arrogant, you know, and their strategy's a long way off course. Jonathan, you're back in Perth, another rally for the troops today. The fact that he's been back and forth across the Nullarbor tells me he's also got polling, the Prime Minister's got polling, that he's got to get out there and defend those coalition seats. What was on his program today?
Peter, we certainly know the importance of Western Australia in this election. Swan, Pearce, Hasler, 3 crucial seats the coalition's trying to sandbag and hold on, all under a margin of 6%. There's a very good reason why they're here and why I'm told they will be coming back before this election is out. It's all about protecting those, and the significance of Western Australia. Previously, by the time the polls have closed on the east, many people already knew the result before that had even happened here in Western Australia. Very, very different this time around. So we're in the seat of Swan at the moment. We just got back on the bus. There was money potentially for a local waterway project if the coalition is re-elected. We're in Cowan earlier today. That's a Labor-held seat. We're talking unmanned aerial vehicles, all about defence. There was $108 million announced for a skills package to get people into our defence force, potentially. There was a lot of pressure on the Prime Minister today as he campaigned. He also gave a key speech, and one of his messages is unmistakable. Have a listen to this one.
Anthony Albanese is no Mark McGowan. Federal Labor is not state Labor.
Peter, there was also a $1 billion pledge for what's called Operational Greyfin. That's money for our defence forces, specifically for our commandos and SAS. Interesting that that's being announced, turning it into a partisan issue during this election campaign. One of the really fascinating things I thought today was about, I asked the Prime Minister about potentially a Royal Commission or a significant investigation into the handling of the pandemic. 16 days ago, the Prime Minister declared at a press conference in South Australia that the pandemic was behind us. Now he says the pandemic is still going. I don't think you can have it both ways, and I think the Australian public deserve to know if the pandemic is over or we're still in the midst of one. He's also back campaigning heavily on interest rates. The other day we're being told that it was above politics, and now we're back to the message that interest rates will always be higher under a Labor government and lower under the coalition. It's funny how things can change day on day.
They've got to have a Royal Commission into all that blood and treasure in the pandemic. It is crazy. We've had them into other things of far lesser importance. I will not let that one rest. Jonathan Lee, Trudy McIntosh. Well, you'll be busy, Jonathan. I don't know that you will be, Trudy. Have a good week, and I'll speak to you on Monday.